What's up, guys? This is OBOY Tuts, and in this video we're gonna be going over like a Lil Yachty sound effect, sort of. um, I guess that's the only comparison I can really think of. And before I get started, I'd just like to ask that you follow my social media in the description. I have all the links down below, and I have the link to the actual song in the description as well, so go listen to that and follow the artist. So I'm gonna give you a little preview of the song, and then let's get started.
Lost my people in the club. I'm by myself, hope you came with no one. You by yourself, got a bad, bad one. Tell myself, been in my head a long time. By my lonely, it's all mine. I'm by myself tonight, by myself tonight. 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 Conscious talking to me because I ain't conscious. Making up to bitches what I have in my garages. After we lie down, maybe I'll be honest. Commit to another round, then I'll tell her, yeah, I promise.
Okay, so it's a small snippet, and the song is called By Myself, and the artist name is 360. And I actually produced the beat. I made it. I made the beat, and I mixed the song as well. I actually did the mixing in Pro Tools, but since most of you guys like watching Logic Pro videos, I just decided to bounce out the stems and put it in Logic and show you how to do it in here. So let's get started. So there's the main vocal or the lead vocals, which is down here, and then I have the chorus right here. I don't know, for some reason these are named all different. Let's name this chorus, and this is echo left. Why the fuck did I have an either? And this is echo right, and then this is verse. So organization is really key, so you don't get lost like I do. But let's start off with the chorus. So I'm just using the default pitch correction autotune. In Pro Tools, I use the Antares autotune, but I don't have it for Logic, so I'm just using the stock one. And I just found I knew the scale of the song because I made the beat, so that made it a little bit easier on me. So it was a E natural minor. And yeah, sometimes you have to ask the producer what the key of the song is so you could get the right autotune note. And first thing I like to add sometimes is an SSL channel, and all I'm really doing is just taking out some low end, and because I like the way the SSL channel really sounds, it adds a little bit of color to it, and it emulates the SSL console in the bigger studios, so I like to use this. And I'm just taking out 160 hertz of the low end, and that's it. I'm not using anything else from this. And then after I take out that low end, I'm de-essing it a little bit, and might as well take off all these plugins so you can hear how it sounds before.
Lost my people in the club. I'm by myself.
So, I mean, the vocals are obviously super quiet. And one thing I like to do before anything is, if you have an instrumental, I'll lower the volume on it just to give yourself some headroom in your main output. Because when you send it to mastering, you don't want to be clipping at all. You want to be like -6, -9 dBs, so they have some headroom. And so I did the auto-tune.
Hope you came with no one. You by yourself, got a bad, bad one.
My bad, you couldn't even hear me. So after I added in the EQ,
I'm by myself.
it's a little bit cleaner, just cleans up the bottom end a little bit. And so I'm de-essing it. I just using the fab filter, and after I added my de-essing, I'm using a CLA 76, and I tend to use this on rap vocals, singing vocals, really anything. And I like to give it a quick release with a medium attack, and this kind of just brings the vocal more up front in your face.
Lost my people in the club. I'm by myself. Hope you came with no one. You by yourself, got a bad, bad one.
And as you can see, I'm knocking off maybe 3 dBs, not too much, not really squashing it. And after I'm adding this, I'm using a Renaissance compressor, and I'm really just using this like a limiter So I'm going down to Dave Pensado. I showed this in another video. I just like using Rap Squash, and it's basically just a limiter because of its high ratio. But you could use any limiter if you really wanted to. You don't have to use Renaissance compressor. I just like the color that it adds. And after that, I'm giving it some parallel compression. Not going to completely go into what that is, but basically, I'm just routing it over here, squashing the hell out of that, and that's giving it some more volume and character. So this is before.
I'm by myself, hope you came with no one. You by yourself, people in the club. I'm by myself, hope you came with no one.
So, just bringing up a lot of the lower frequencies and overall just giving it a nice squash, compressed, mixed signal. So just watch a video on parallel compression if you don't know how to use that. And then I'm busting it to H delay. And I'm not really using it as a delay. I'm using it more of a chorus effect. All you have to do is set it to 4 samples right here and turn the depth and rate up. And then you'll get a nice chorus sounding.
You by yourself.
So I'm going to exaggerate it.
Got a bad one. Tell myself.
So that's a really cool effect. And I'm just dialing it down a bunch.
In the club, I'm by myself, hope you can.
So it's pretty subtle, just kind of widening it, giving it some more width in the stereo spectrum. And then what I like to do with my vocal tracks is output them to a bus. In this case, I'm using bus 7, and I just called it Vox. You can name it whatever, vocals, whatever. And over here, I'm doing some more processing, giving it some EQ, boosting up the top end. Usually 6 dBs at 10K is a lot, but with this microphone, I felt I could do it and get away with it. Here's how it sounds.
Lost my people in the club. I'm by myself, hope you came with no one. You by yourself, got a bad one.
So hopefully you could hear the difference. It was definitely a lot more clear in the top end, and then I took out some at 7K because I felt that's where I was getting some sibilants, so I subtracted that out and took out some at 400 because that's usually, there's some boxiness in the vocal. And after that, giving it some more de-essing, and then I'm adding in RVox. This is basically another just compressor, and there's no attack or release time. It's all just set, and this just gives it some more harmonics, some more color to it.
Tell myself. People in the club, I'm by myself, hope you came with no one. You by yourself, got a bad one.
So I'm not taking out too much, maybe just a couple dBs, but it's just really adding in that color and that, I like that sound that it gives it. And then finally in here, I'm adding in some more subtractive EQ. Basically, I felt after adding in this RVox, it really brought up some more of the sibilants, so I wanted to take it out again after I boosted it up and see if you could tell the difference.
I'm by myself, hope you came with no one. You by yourself.
Let me find a part where there's some S's.
You by yourself. You by yourself. You by yourself, God. You by yourself, God. You by yourself.
So it's smoothing out those S's again. I think that really helps. And then I'm outputting these to some more buses. Bus number 3, which is a half note, which is really just a quarter note delay because I'm running at double time, 132 BPM. So this is really just acting as a 1/4 note delay, but I'm setting it to half. And I'm giving it some EQ, high pass and low pass filter, nothing too crazy there. And then I'm busing it to bus number 9, which is where I have my reverb, Renaissance reverb. And then I'm just turning the volume down on that, -6.
You by yourself, got a bad one. Tell myself, been in my head a long time, by my loneliest on my.
So that's this, this is dry.
Been in my head a long time, by my loneliest on my.
And then here's width.
Been in my head a long time, by my loneliest on mine. I'm by myself tonight, by myself tonight.
And then let me play with the beat.
Been in my head a long time, by my lonely, it's all mine. I'm by myself tonight, by myself tonight. I'm by myself tonight, by myself tonight. I'm by myself tonight.
So, not too much reverb, sorry. And basically the verses are almost identical to the chorus. Not too. The only thing that's different is I'm not giving it that chorus effect over here. And other than that, the verses are basically exactly the same. And hopefully this video helped you out, and you're getting the Lil Yachty sound. Once again, please follow my social media. It's all in the description. And check out the song. I'll have the link for that in the description as well. And peace out.